come with what you program. You start with deprogramming the rubbish you programmed. Your life is a result of your thinking. In fact, if you change your thinking, you will change your life.
Come and join us on the TPS every Tuesday and Thursday from the hour of 6 to 7 p.m. Or again tonight. It's going to be an explosive one. Good evening to all of you out there, Kofifi landers. Thank you so very much for staying tuned to Kofifi FM 97.2. This right here is the TPS, the paradigm shift on Kofifi FM 97.2. It has just went 8 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. And thank you to the K Drive that blessed us and was with us between 3 and 6 o'clock. Now we are taking over the baton to the hour of 7 o'clock. The name is Elias Lobakeng, and I am with a doctor. Not any doctor, but I'm with a doctor that has wisdom, a doctor that has insight, a doctor that is wearing a nice suit. He's suited out. Dr. Richie, good evening to you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm blessed, and how are you doing, sir?
I am well. Always encouraged to be here at this hour, just, to impart and yet again to bring wisdom and insight towards the people out there.
And for me, the greatest inspiration I get whenever I work in here is to see how much young people, how many of them that are working here. Honestly, I think that you guys have captured the future. You got a future because by 2027, by Harvard, understanding the millennial will be the strongest workforce, 75% workforce in the world.
Wow.
So with that in place, you guys are already positioned. And when people are saying that young people are not given opportunities, they should visit Kofifi FM. And they will see.
Yes.
People are already doing it.
Yes,
sometimes we talk about what we don't know because we speak from where we are.
All right.
And that's why we say people don't. It's a language that is traceable to an illiterate. All white people, all black people, all colored people. When you use what we call universal affirmative to define everybody because three people did something, it means that you lack information. And nobody should argue with you because they're arguing with somebody without information and you are dangerous. Anyway, welcome to tonight.
It is a beautiful one indeed. And part 3 of Renewing in the Mind or Renewal of the Mind. You've heard a clip that we just played for you and we will reiterate and play it again later on the show just for you to catch on what has been happening, on what has been brooding right here on the TPS. We are continuing right here tonight and we're going to take another level. Go much more deeper in talking about the renewal of the mind, which is so much important in our lives today because the life that we live in is evolving each and every second. People are making new discoveries, new words are being formed, new phrases, which brings new understanding, which just shifts each and every paradigm that you might think that you've locked on for yesterday. So while you are sleeping, people are busy inventing. Here we are tonight again just to help and, empower in part and learn on the same vein as well. And I'm going to give over to you, Dr. Rich.
Well, as we continue to tonight talking about renewal of the mind, now tonight we're taking it home in the area of where do you want to renew your mind. Now I'm looking at the area of success and I'm picking it from the woman with the issue of blood. It all comes down to what you provoked last week. That was on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
When you mentioned what Les Brown said, are you hungry? You got to be hungry. Now, that's where I'm taking it from tonight.
Okay.
Now, when you want to renew, it starts with hunger. Hunger is the place that defines what you want to see happen. How hungry are you? You have to be hungry to do something different from what you've always done.
Yes.
Until you are hungry for something, you are not desperate enough to have it. Listen to this statement. Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great. Some achieve greatness. And some have greatness thrust upon them. The 12th night, which is Shakespeare.
Yes.
That's where I kickstart. Don't be scared of success. Your hunger is evident in your daily actions. Your hunger is evident in your daily actions. My question as I start tonight is, how much tenacity do you have? How much tenacity do you have? What will you have to let go in order to make way for the change you desire in your life? What you going to let go? What you going to stop? What do you need to start doing? What do you need to let go for the change that you want to see in your life? How much will the change cost you? It's important. This is why people start to get stopped, because they never consider the cost of what they're about to do. I'm setting the foundation for the heat that is going to hit us tonight. I know it is cold outside, but by the time we're done here on the show, you will feel the heat. You're going to turn up the heater.
Oh, yes.
You will need a conditioner because we're going to make this place hot. The next one is, what is the consequence of staying the same? That's the special question I just asked. What is the consequence of staying the same? What is the consequence of your not taking action? What is the consequence of your not doing something? What is the Now, I know why you cannot do it, but what is the consequence of your not doing it? What is the consequence of your not changing your life? What is the consequence of your staying the same? If you don't eat food, what is the consequence of it? You know that ulcer is knocking on the door. What is the consequence of staying the same? What is the benefit of changing? This is strategic. What is the benefit of changing? Either way, now you're going to like what I'm going to say now. I'll take my time to say it.
All right.
Either way, I repeat, either way, failure and success will cost you something. Whichever way you look at it.
Yes.
The difference is, when will it begin?
Wow.
If you don't do something about success today, you are doing something for failure. Failure will cost you something. Success will cost you something. The question is, when do you choose for which one to cost you something? If you don't do it now, tomorrow failure is going to cost you.
True.
If you do it now, success will cost you something. Anything you don't change has the right to remain effective in your life.
Wow.
Anything you don't change has the right to be effective in your life. Anything you don't change has the right to remain unchanged in your life. Anything you don't change has the right to control you. Anything you don't change has the right to manipulate and have dominion over you. Anything you don't change will control your life. Question is, how hungry are you?
15 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. We're going to take a short break, a very, very short break. Going to come back on the other side just for you to take a breather. I know you were sitting down and you were still standing up while listening to this. But yeah, check this. 0714259577. That is the SMS and WhatsApp line. And if you are anywhere in the world, trust me, just go to www.kofififm.co.za. Just get into the website right there. Press play. There is a button there, and you can listen to us anywhere in the world. Radio ZA as well. You can find us there, and just go to Kofifi FM and listen to the stream that is happening on YouTube as well. If you want to get us there, just go to Kofifi TV, Paradigm Shift, and you can see us live. Dr. Richie in studio, 16 after the hour of 6 o'clock. 7.2, and that's what it takes. 20 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. Make a decision. Make a decision. What are you going to do with your mind from now on until the day that you depart from this world? The name is Elias, Lobakeng, and alongside me is Dr. Richie. We're talking about a woman that had an issue of blood for around 12 years.
Yes, sir.
An issue of blood around 12 years. But now we're going to just not look at, the spiritual side of it, but we're going to look at, the mental perspective of it. 3 elements that you would, out of, your own head, Dr. Richie, that we could get from this woman. 3 elements, important elements for success.
The first one is clarity. The second one is strategy. The third one is execution.
All right.
Clarity, strategy, execution. If you miss any of this in whatever you're doing, you're going to fail. You're going to fail so bad that your parents will look for you to take you home. And this woman brought all these 3 to perspective when she worked. The Bible says that, for she said within herself, if I may touch his garment, I shall be made whole. Matthew 9:21. Now, understand that clarity, you gotta be clear with what you want. She was clear on what she wanted. Now, the next, because she said, understand the language. I want to be made whole. That's an important statement to be noted. Then the next one is strategy. How would I do it? If I may touch, that is how I'm going to do it. I got to touch. Then the third one is execution. Now she's going to take action. And by the time we start reading, it's like a movie. You will see how she did that. She had clarity, she had strategy, and she had execution. Never underestimate what you say to yourself. The Bible says she said to herself. Now, you need to understand, it is not the snake bite that kills. It is the poison. It is not that bite that kills. It is the poison that travels that kills. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, it is not what somebody said to you like the bite that destroy you.
Yes.
It is what you begin to discuss within yourself.
Wow.
I call it internal conversation.
Yes.
That determines what happened to you. It is not what they said to you that destroy you. It is what you say to yourself that destroy you. It is not, watch that, it is not anything but the water that gets into the boat that sinks the boat. It is nothing else. What sinks your life is what comes from the outside. And if you let it inside, it will destroy you. Now, everything starts with what? Preparation. She had it. She thought to herself. She did not speak to her friends. She spoke to herself. She did not speak to the latest pastor in town. Now, I'm not saying don't talk to pastor. So some person moving with demonic spirit don't say, he said we shouldn't talk to pastor. That's not what I'm saying. She spoke to herself. But besides, even if the pastor spoke to you and you don't speak to yourself, nothing happens. She didn't speak to her friends. She didn't speak to the family. She spoke to herself. There were no angels telling her, you've got to go and touch Jesus. Not one. There were no pastors, no prophet, no special anointing telling her it is time. Like David didn't wait for an angel to say, you've got to slay Goliath. He felt in his spirit, I've got to execute this. She had strategy, he had clarity, and he had execution. Now, it is important to know this. Your internal conversation could be working hard either to keep you small or empower you for greatness. Internal conversation, what you are saying to yourself may be keeping you small or may be empowering you for greatness.
True.
I go back to the question we asked. What are the 3 elements that the woman used? One was clarity. Second was what? Strategy. Third one was execution. She had the 3 and she lined up. Now, what are the 7 applicable success lessons we can learn from this woman? Number 1, she knew what she wanted.
Yes.
Number 2, she had success blueprint. Number 3, she knew that the first law of success is in showing up. Number 4, she knew how to set a goal and get the result. She already said, this is what I wanted to do. And she already planned how she's going to do it. And she did it.
Yes.
Number 5, she was determined and could not be distracted by what people could be saying about her. Please, it's important I emphasize on that.
Yeah.
She was too determined and will not let what anybody say deter her. Remember, there were no sanitary pads in those days. Remember, she could be stinking and smelling. Remember, she was avoided by people. So whatever anybody had impression of her could not stop her from what she wanted to do. Most people don't want to take action. You know why? Because they're scared of what somebody who is doing nothing will say about somebody that is doing something. They're scared of somebody who has not achieved anything, who's going to laugh at them when it doesn't work out. She didn't even think. This woman didn't leave a door open in case it didn't work out. She was blunt with her decision. She had tenacity. She had internal drive like an ebullient drive. She was positioned, and she said that nothing would stop me. Until you get to the point where you are willing to die for something, you have no right to leave. The next one, number 6, she exposed herself to success secret. Number 7, she collected without asking. Notice this. This is important. This is important. This is important. I'm going to twist the biology now of the Bible. Are you aware she was the first and the only person that collected miracle from Jesus without his permission? I need to repeat that. I'm sure you're going to record that. She's the only person that got a miracle from Jesus without his permission. Every other person said, have mercy on me, heal me. My child is not feeling well. Everybody asked for it. She was the first person and the last that collected miracle without asking Messiah Yeshua for his permission. And that was why Jesus said, no, wait a minute. Something just happened. Something happened.
Virtue
had left me. Who did this? I'm going to touch that later. How she was feeling was not enough. Nobody will pay you for your feeling. So feeling like, what will people say about this, will not pick your bill. Elias, do you never gone to a bank and they say, we like the way you feel, let's give you money?
They won't.
No, I'm serious. You're walking to a place, I want a job. No, why do you need a job? We like the way you feel. Let's give you a job because of your feeling. No, nobody will pay you for your feeling. So feeling will not add money to your pocket. It is your strategy. It is your execution. It is your focus. It is your determination to make it happen that will put money in your pocket. Now, listen to this. To succeed in life, be ready to make a fool of yourself. Be ready to make a fool of yourself. She focused on what mattered most. What was that? She wanted to touch Jesus. Success is in what you see. It is in what you say about what you see. It is in what you do with what you see, what you say. It is being in sync with the spirit. It is being in sync with the word. It is being in sync with the body. Together, you can produce result. I love this woman. We just got started. I love this woman. The reason why I had to study this woman is because I believe in raw anointing. Like I was discussing with Azziz, and when he said to me that Jesus carries the virtue of righteousness. And when she touched him, she got in touch with what Jesus was carrying, which is great and powerful. I know, I respect that, and I pull it. And I understand the spiritual connotation of what she did. But I also bring it home because now it's important for people to know that there is a supernatural to that, to what she connected with.
Yes.
Because the important thing, how do you create success? What do you want? Who do you want it with? Where do you want it? How do you know when to get it? And what will you gain? And how will you know you have it? I just summarized something that I do in a seminar. People should pay. I did it so fast so that when we do this seminar, they're going to ask me to say that again. Not listen. The next thing is she challenged herself to think outside the box. Because by Levitical order, she could not touch a holy person.
Yes.
Do you see that?
Because she was unclean.
Because she was, you know your Bible. Son, you know your Bible. I'm joking. Because she was unclean, so
Yes.
she wouldn't touch. And she wouldn't touch nothing. But she challenged herself to think outside the box. You know, when Pops was taking me around,
Yes.
I said, if there's something I love about this place, somebody's going to ask, why do you keep talking about Kofifi FM? I just say, come on a tour. I just see people thinking outside the box. That's what I see around here. That's what I said the management is doing, thinking outside the box. And if you have young people and you're not willing to think outside the box, you're going to kill their talent.
True.
You're going to kill their talent. If you don't understand, you're going to kill their talent. You're going to kill their spirit. You're going to kill what makes them who they are. So she had to think outside the box. Now, what are the 4 things to identify when you think outside the box? Number 1 is your why. Before you step out, you got to think your why. Your why is this important to me?
Yes.
Why do I need to do this? What will I benefit if I do this? What is my why? My why is like I need to put petrol in the car. It is the petrol I need to run a distance. And if you don't put your why written down, I'm telling you, when you have issues, you will break down. When you have issues, because when you have your why written down, it is what you return to. It is what you return to when you have difficulty. This is why I'm doing it. This is why it is important to me. I need to find my why. Number 2 is the benefit. What will you benefit from this? What will you benefit from it? Most people deny benefit. What will I benefit for what I'm doing? What is the benefit? Because sometimes when I coach people, because I'm an executive coach, when I work with people, the first thing I ask, what do you gain from it? What they tell me is something shallow, because I'm trained to drill deep and I bring out the real thing. What will you benefit from it? The next one is the cost. What is the cost to this? What is the cost? If Jesus said before you build that house, get the cost ready. What will this cost me? Do you have what it takes to handle it? You see, people get excited. Oh, I'm jumping to do it. Did you get the cost? What will this cost me? Do I have what it takes to handle it? Now, the 4th one is the cost against benefit. What is the cost against the benefit?
Yes.
Have you ever achieved something and you ask yourself, so was this why I gave all my time to this? Because you didn't check the cost against benefit. Is it worth it? I'm putting 10 hours in this. The return on investment, is it worth it? Then the next one is, which is outside of the 4, is if there is no cost, if there is no pain, if there is no commitment, for sure the profit is a risk. And I tell you what happened sometime in my life. I got a phone call. I didn't know where the call came from. But one of the guys working with me answered the call and told me that it was my friend in London that called, but he was going to call back. And I said, okay, fine. He called back and I answered him. Then later the call came back again. And he told me what he wanted us to do. And he said to me, there's this business, and he wanted me to contact this other person. And he told me the investment, the investment I'm going to put in it. And he told me the return on investment, the profit. When I looked at the investment and I looked at the profit, I said, no, something is not right with this. I said, the investment is so small for this kind of return. No. Immediately, something my mother taught me kicked in immediately. No, it's too good. So I said, okay, because my friend, we connected, and okay, I need to call another friend of mine in London to check one thing or the other. Then I called the other close friend of mine who he referred to as being part of it. I couldn't get him online. I was so uncomfortable. I I said, no, I'm not pushing until I hear from this guy. Then the guy called back and I said, look, you need to act now. Other people are taking it. I said, no, nobody pushes me to do things. Don't put me under pressure. I need to get something from somebody. Then I can do it. I didn't do it. Some days later, my friend called me from London. His name is Carlo. He's one of the top Nigerian actors. I said, Carlo, thank God you called. It's like, oh, Richie, I needed to get in touch with you because... I said, no. Before you get in touch with me, idiot, who is this guy you sent to me for business? What is this business all about? He asked me what business. I said, this guy sent me this and he told me you're part of it and this, and the profit. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
Because the profit is too much for the investment. He said, no, they stole his phone. I said, I don't understand. He said, no, he's actually calling me to tell me he lost his phone, but somewhere he remembered where he wrote my name and my number. And he said, God, just help me to get his number. At least I don't want to lose contact with my old friend.
Wow.
Somebody took his number. Somebody took advantage. They stole his wallet, they stole his phone, and they took all his information. When people tell me that somebody duped you, I need to understand. What was the profit? What was the promise? Why did you cave into it? You need to have conscience to know that I cannot invest 100 rand and the return on investment is 50,000 rand.
Yes.
Something is not right with that. I get a letter that tells me if don't let anybody know about this. There's this money I want to put in your account. And then I say, put it in my account. No, something is wrong with me. It means I have a moral issue.
Yes.
Now, I said all that because I needed to put it straight on about the woman with the issue of blood. What were the four things that I needed you to remember? That this, when you think outside the box, it is 1, know your why. Number 2, know the benefits. Number 3, know the cost. Number 4, look at the cost against the benefit. And the addendum I add to it free of charge is check the benefit and the cost. What is it like? Is there more benefit than the cost of investment? Think twice before you get into it.
1837, Kofifi FM, it's where it all began. Can I quickly read this?
Yes, sir.
Remember the subtopic that we're talking about stems from Les Brown?
Yes, sir.
Who was talking about being hungry.
Yeah.
There's a small quote before we go for a break. He says, if I could describe myself in one word, it would be hungry. Hungry to improve myself, hungry to succeed, hungry to inspire and help others, and most of all, I am just plainly hungry.
Wow.
Nothing can ever satisfy that hunger until you find that vision.
That's right.
You find the understanding, which is the why. Nothing can ever satisfy that.
That's right.
Because many a times we walk around in life not understanding why we are here. Why we are here.
And you know, I have a book called Why Am I Here? I actually have a book, Why Am I Here? Your life, your purpose, and your reason for existence.
Powerful. Powerful. I'm going to go for a break. This is Kofifi FM 97.2, 1838. It is the TPS right here on your favorite frequency.
Want to grow, it's got to come with what you program. You start with deprogramming the rubbish you programmed. Your life is a result of your thinking. In fact, if you change your thinking, you will change your life.
Come and join us on the TPS every Tuesday and Thursday from the hour of 6 to 7 p.m. The Paradigm Shift, a show that brings a different perception in the understanding and the interpretation of your life and your world.
Belief is a very important thing.
To 7 p.m. It is Kofifi FM 97.2. Just went 18 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. This is the TPS Kofifi FM 0714259577. That is the SMS and WhatsApp line right here at home. We're talking about the woman with the issue of blood, subtitled under How Hungry Are You to Attain? How hungry are you to achieve? How hungry are you to go after the goal, the dream, the vision that you are wanting? Now, Doc, elements of success that we can replicate or see in this woman, around 6 of them.
Okay.
What can we say that is?
Okay, she can show you the 6 ways you can produce results. Number 1 is see it in your spirit.
See it in your spirit.
Number 2, declare what you see. Number 3, believe in what you say.
All right.
Number 4, act on what you have seen and said. Number 5, be willing to be vulnerable. Number 6, to know how to receive your desired result. She saw it in her spirit.
Yes.
Who and what's going to happen. She believed it. She declared it. She acted on it. She executed well. Knowing when to execute, knowing how to execute, knowing whom to execute with is the strategy. She was willing to be vulnerable. And why is that important? Many connect vulnerability with weakness, foolishness, and shame. It actually means to be present and to be ready. It means to be seen. It means to stand up and stand out. It is a risk, and I call it courage under fire. Shame will tell you to stay as you are and will encourage you that it is safer to be where you are. Shame and fear are internal bully that will keep you where you are, regimented like a statue.
Wow.
Through worship and testimony, she overcame the enemy. So I mentioned the 6 of them. See it in your spirit. Declare what you see. Believe in what you have declared.
Yeah.
Act on what you have seen. Act on what you have declared and expect result. Be willing to be vulnerable. The most important is to know how to receive what you're looking for. When I take it to the next level,
Yes.
you will see as she start playing all of them out now, like a movie.
Doc, can I ask this question?
I'm with you.
Because it was for 12 years, and many of us can't even stand for 12 minutes, 12 hours. 12 years, a persisting thought, train of thought has had this woman. She has went to doctors. She has went everywhere to Dr. Elias, Dr. Azziz, Dr. everyone.
Yes, sir.
You know, but determined in her heart for 12 years. When we talk about patience then in relation to your success.
Yes, sir.
How did the patience play in terms of this woman not giving up and not throwing in the towel in regards to her situation?
It was a mindset she had then. She had a limited mindset, which I'm going to open up to you now.
All right.
Because if you change your thinking, you will change your life. I said her thinking had always been with the physicians. It's always been one level. But let me read something for you now, that I take it home now.
All right.
Now, a certain woman who had an issue of blood 12 years. Now, you're already quoting the scripture. And has suffered many things of the physicians and spent all that she had.
Yes.
And was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. Remember that. Now he goes forward to say, when she had heard, I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying, emphasizing. When she heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment. For she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be made whole. Underline that. I shall be made whole. Underline that. Very important. When she heard of Jesus, underline that. Very important, strategic. Now, had suffered many things ahead of the physicians, underline that. Very strategic. Now, verse 29 says, and straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed. Underline that. She was healed of the plague. Underline the plague. Go back again. I go back again. 27. Underline, she had heard of Jesus. Then the next one, 28. Underline, I shall be made whole. 29. Underline, healed. Underline healed of the plague. Underline that. I'm taking you home now. You ready to go with me?
Yes, sir.
You ready to go with me? And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? Because it's the first time miracle happened without his permission. Now watch this. I said change your thinking. When she heard, remember I said underline that.
Yes.
When she heard, it simply means she was not invited. When she heard about it, it simply means nobody called her to come.
Yes.
So she went without an invitation. She only heard about it. Most people are sitting down and waiting for the day it will come to their suburb. The day that training will come to their suburb. The day that person will come. And I say to you today that some are waiting for the day and the right time.
Yes.
Greatness and success does not come to you. You have to go to it. Sometimes they come packaged in seminars.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come to programs like this. But you've got to go somewhere. The question I ask you tonight that you're listening to me, have you ever traveled out of your neighborhood to go and get information? Have you ever traveled to go and learn? Have you ever traveled where you have to pay to take a flight? You have to pay to attend the seminar. You have to pay for accommodation, and you come back home, there is no more money in your bank account. Have you ever done that before? Show me what left your bank account, and I will show you where your future is going to be. Have you ever paid for information before? Have you ever left your comfort zone? She had to live somewhere. She had to live where she was. And notice that. Do you know how to receive from God? This woman knows.
Yeah.
And when she saw that she was not healed, she came trembling, fallen before him. She declared unto him before the people. Notice that falling before him is number one. And before all the people, she testified for what cause she had touched him and how she was healed immediately. How do you receive from God? She worshipped him. The Bible says, falling before him,
yes,
she worshipped him. Then she said, she declared unto him, notice the next line, before all the people. What is that? She testified publicly.
Yeah.
So what happens is that she already got her miracle. Remember that. She already got her healing privately. You know, she already got it. So she could have gone.
Yes.
She already got it. Now, that represent people that come to church and they get healed, they get testimony, they get miracles, they disappear. They don't talk about it and they go. They go somewhere else.
Yes.
Always notice they don't go far. Give them time. When they return, they will look like an old newspaper. Remember, I purposely said something.
Yeah.
She said she wanted to be made whole.
Yes.
And what does the Bible say? And she felt she had been healed. She had not been made whole. Get there's a difference between that. She wanted to be made whole, but what happened? She was healed. Now, not that. Watch that. Not watch that. She came to worship. She came to say and testify, I have received something. I've been healed and I'm grateful, but I'm here to testify. I've come to worship you. I've come to tell people and everybody to hear what you have done for me. Notice that Jesus did not move until she finished. Nobody is as important as a worshiper to the Father. But the Bible said the Father seeks such people. When she worshiped him and she began to testify, Jesus did not move. Remember, she wanted to be made whole.
Yes.
But she was healed. It was not complete. Look at what happened. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Okay, guys, it's time for offering. If you want me to say this, I'm joking. Jesus publicly rewarded her.
Yeah.
How? And he said to her, daughter. He never called another person daughter.
Yes.
He said to her, daughter, your faith made you whole.
Completed.
Done. Now he said, go in peace. I want you to pay attention to this. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering. Mark 5:34. Now he said it. And he said unto her, be of good comfort. Thy faith had made you whole. Go in peace. Luke 4:48 KJV. Notice this. What was the meaning of all this Jesus said? Remember, she suffered in the hand of many physicians. She lost everything she had. She's lost reputation. She's lost relationship. Now look at this. Jesus said to her, go in peace. This statement is loaded. I'm about to open it because we're about to close.
Yes.
It's loaded. Now, when you tap into the next level, he gives you a name. He called her daughter.
Yes.
The next time he gave somebody a name was when he said, Simon Bar-Jonah, flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. There's a level you get into the Lord without permission, you get a name. Watch this. Reward number one. Are you ready for that?
Yes, sir.
Go in peace. He released her with peace. She's been troubled all these years. And remember, until Jesus came out of the grave, he never released this peace. It was when he was leaving the world, and I said, my peace I give to you.
Yes.
So before he even came out of the grave, the first person he gave peace to was the woman. Number two, he made her whole. She came to be made whole, not just healed. He said, you will be made whole. He pronounced her whole. Whole means that whatever, he fixed issues. By me being made whole, he fixed issues. Whether it's going to start, whether it has started, whether you know about it or you don't know about it, he just fixed it all. He made her whole. Whole is to be made complete. Nothing is missing. Nothing will start again. Nothing will come against you again. You are complete. Number three, be free from your suffering. That's what Jesus said. Be free from your suffering, meaning whatever you have suffered because of your condition now comes to an end.
Wow.
I don't know whether that made sense to y'all today.
Oh my word. Oh my word. I can sit here and listen to you the whole time. But listening alone does not work. When we are done here, 6 o'clock, you have the decision to stand up and go and make something about the information that you have.
Yes, sir.
It is freely given, but you have to make something about it. Because yet again, I like the statement that you opened up with. Success or failure has a cost.
Yes.
So you will determine that at 6 o'clock when we get out of here, that you are that at which side are you going to take this? Whether you're going to take the failure's cost or you're going to take the success cost. In as much as failure is easy at the moment.
Yes, sir.
it is very much costly to your life.
Yes, sir.
God has entrusted you with a purpose and a vision. You are not haphazardly thrown on earth. So hence we are here to empower. Hence, Dr. Richie would go into his studies. Azziz would go into his studies and come over the mics and talk about these things that would empower and impart much more wisdom and knowledge inside of those who listens and adhere to it and work out their lives in that regard. There's a question that I want to ask, but it's going to take us into another program. But the question that I just wanted to ask, since everything, the arena of the battle of life is in the mind, good and evil is fought in the mind. This woman had a thought for 12 years.
Yes, sir.
And with that thought, it brought her to her success.
Yes, sir.
It brought her to a healing, to a whole place. Could it had happened, and we only have 3 minutes, could it had happened had she never touched the hem of his garment? If she only went with the thought that I'm going to be healed and never had the opportunity to touch him, could it still had happened for that woman if the power of the mind is then so efficient and so powerful, like we say?
She saw it in the picture. You see, nobody can take the picture you've seen.
Yes.
She saw herself touching. So we're dealing with what she determined to experience. And because she said, if I touch, she knew why she needed a touch. She was tired of paying the doctors.
Yes.
She was tired of being rejected. She was tired of having relationship that is no intimacy. So she was tired of bleeding. So it was more than enough for her, because if she said, I just want to go there and see what's going to happen, it's still possible that she can see him and it can happen. Because in the realm of the spirit, there is no limit. We can never limit the spiritual realm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the first time I spoke in tongues, which a lot of people say there's no speaking in tongues, that's up to you. But the first time I spoke in tongues, nobody laid hand on me. We begin to do it. I'm not going into theology, because you cannot take my experience away from me. You can argue on what you don't know.
Yes.
But I can argue on what I've experienced. You cannot take my experience from me. Until you experience, you cannot talk about it.
Yes.
So for me, I believe that depending on what she desired to experience, because remember, there was no Bible, there was no book, there was no legitical infant or instrument to tell her you can even touch him. Because nobody has ever done that before.
Yes.
So she just felt it was possible. Do you understand? And the greatest thing was the mind shift. She stopped looking for the physicians. She began to look for the real physician, Messiah Yeshua HaMashiach. And a good news for people listening to words tonight is that 8 o'clock Sunday morning, I am here with my brother Azziz. 8 o'clock Sunday morning. You can be. It's going to be a church on air.
Yes.
It's going to be church on air. I'm telling you, man.
It's going to be explosive.
Yes, sir.
The Great Commission renewed. Let me put it that way. The Great Commission renewed. 8 o'clock. You don't want to miss it on a Sunday from 8 to 10 o'clock.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Dr. Richie will be here. Minister Azziz Kara will be here, taking you to the hour of 10 o'clock. And we have just concluded the evening. Thank you so very much, Kofifi Lenders. Have yourself a great day. The Honorable Siatelo is coming up next and is going to give you everything that has consisted in your day, what has happened, and what has transpired in your day. The Daily Wrap-Up Show coming up at 7 o'clock. Dr. Richie, thank you so very much.
You can like my page on Facebook. Have a good one.
All right.